Alright, let's try that again. Welcome to the NRSL American Touring Car Championship. This is round number 2 here at Sonoma. After having a little technical problem in the TV studio. Dylan Young, Justin Perry on the front row. We got new driver Dustin Griffiths starting for us today. And here we go. Sure, saying Dustin Griffiths is in the number 21. It's back there, as you can see. So here we go. Green flag is out here at Sonoma. Perry off to a very fast start there. Got by everyone immediately in the first turn. Watkins Glen was a very big wreck fest, and hopefully this race won't be the same. Dylan Young now just moved past Richard Johnson for a second there. Richard trying to come right back onto him. That sounded very wrong. But Henry Nova is all over the back of Richard Johnson. Richard was one of the drivers who wrecked at the Glen. Perry was up to a second place in round 1, but wrecked himself out. Same for Dylan Young. The guy who won that race, J.J Gutow, is running pretty decently right now. He's currently the points leader. Oh boy, he's gonna get sandwiched. Here comes Gutow, trying to pass by Kevin White, but White standing his ground. Harry by himself, Dylan Young in second. Whoa, Perry went way off there. That's going to allow Dylan Young to try and capitalize on that number 8 car's mistake. Richard Johnson still holding on to third. Dylan Young gained some on Perry, but then lost it all again. Sorry about that. Here we go. Dylan Young now on the back of the 8 here, trying to overtake him. Now down the straightaway into the big U-turn. And Dylan Young trying to capitalize, goes way wide, and Richard Johnson there to answer that mistake. So far, it's mostly clean. Oh god. John Gallagher just got into the wall there. Dylan Young driving like a maniac right now. Battle for third between Henry Nova and Richard Johnson. A lot of these guys are looking for a good points day. Oh boy, here comes Ogo. Nico Hall in 12th. Dustin Griffiths currently in 15th place, trying to rally his way. Only the top 6 gets points. So he's got some work to do. So these guys are battling. Kris Wascher and McCrury battling. Oh boy. Wascher a tiny bit off into the sand. Mason Wood now trying to get in between them here. Oh boy, here comes Woody. Oh boy. Wood went way wide there. Set Cole passes by him here. J.J Gutow holding the last place spot and the last points paying spot. Freaking tongue twisters. Most of the top 5 didn't even get points last race, if I'm correct. I think only Kevin White is the one who got points. So, yeah. This point system is very, very flexible. Well, sort of. Dylan Young, though, keeping himself off the sand, hoping they'll help him catch Justin Perry here, but I'm not completely sure if that will be the case. Demax went way wide in that turn. Hits the wall. Goodness, almost took out Llamas. Gutow currently has 10 points right now. If Perry wins, then Gutow would still be the leader if Gutow gets a point. Here comes Dylan Young. Young is trying to catch Perry, but Perry is holding on for dear life. Oh, goes a little wide there. Dylan Young, same for him. A battling going on. Dustin Griffiths and Max Power battling for 12th position. Two Holdens at the moment. Whoa, Griffiths way wide in that turn. Here comes Jacob Waller there. Kris Wascher, William Duncan there. Oh, yes, we got like a little pack here of cars battling each other. This is like the back. This is like the last like 5 cars that are the. Yeah, I think you understand. But whoa, contact between McCrury and Seth there. These two went at the Glen. McCrury, oh boy, it's really nutty at the moment. Galligan trying to get past Seth Cole here. Seth, oh gosh, Seth almost just fishtailed Galligan off the track here. Perry is pulling away from Dylan Young and Henry Nova. Henry Nova trying to pass Dylan Young for second. This is the second place battle here. Nova going to clear Dylan Young. We're about 30% through this race. Nova looking to try and catch Justin Perry. Richard Johnson looking to try and move up a couple positions, get more points. Oh boy, Nova went off the track a little bit there. That's going to help Justin Perry. Perry's got a really fast car. Look at that. He's at least 2 seconds ahead of Henry Nova and Dylan Young. Nico Hall in 9th place at the moment, trying to catch up to Cody Llamas. Nico Hall is a Michael Block Racing developmental driver. He's driving in the American Touring Car Series. Apparently MBR has him in their thing. It'll be interesting to see if Nico Haller makes himself, ever puts himself in a spot in the DuPont Cup Series. That'd be quite interesting. See how he would do there. Whether or not he'd be allowed to participate, but Gutow moved up to 5th. Moved up ahead of Kevin White. I guess White must have made a mistake here. Nova trying to catch up to Justin Perry. He actually looks like he is making ground on him, though. Pit stops are not that far away. They're actually pretty soon at the moment. We should be pitting within a lap or 3 or 4 laps or so. Nova's throwing everything he has at the number 8 of Justin Perry, though. Does not want to let him go. Trying to cut the gap here. Look at that. Perry off into the sand there. Henry Nova's going to keep it clean. We could have a battle for the lead on our hands. Here comes Nova. Nova needs to make a pass. Well, here comes Nova, though. Nova's very slow into the U. Staying right behind Perry. But did not want to get into him and spin him out. And risk a time penalty. If you spin someone out, you get a time penalty. No penalties were given at the Glen, mainly due to it being self-spins and people messing up on their own and not being forced by others. Nova, though, lost some ground on Perry, but he's trying to stay with Perry. Sand is where Perry sort of messes up in. Perry's trying to keep it off the sand this time, though, at the risk of being slightly slower than Nova. Probably a better idea, though. Oh, boy. Perry let that sand just growth all over him. And Nova right back onto the bumper of Perry. This is the battle for the lead. Nova is playing real nice with Perry, though. Here comes Nova with a little opportunity there. Well, once again, Perry barely snuffs by. And Dylan Young, because of the battling, is starting to make up some ground. Same for Richard Johnson. Austin Ogo is trying to catch up to Kevin White and get some points. But this is the battle for the lead at the moment. Whether or not Nova can catch up to Perry, either get past Perry or not. He's so close, but he just can't seal the deal. It's so hard to pass around here. And it looks like he's slightly starting to lose some ground on Perry. Perry's just driving the car around. Nova just has no luck in getting past him at all. And it's keeping it on the track this time, though. Perry seems to be being a tiny bit more aggressive, a little more cautious, but aggressive at the same time. Oh, here come pit road. Here come the pit stops here. Justin Perry down the pit road. Henry Nova. Anybody else coming with Perry to pit? Demax is coming down to pit. Jake Rogers down the pit road. William Duncan, Sean Galligan making their way into the pits. That's going to surrender the lead to Henry Nova. Now we're trying to get some more points for that number 3, Holden, Smorgon, something. We are a little over, we are actually halfway through this race at the moment. We still got a lot of time left. I wonder if we're going to have to do more pit stops if we have to. If they have to pit again, I don't know. Here comes everybody else, though, down for the pits. This could really be a big decision maker here. Everybody deciding to come down to pit road this lap. Yep, everybody's making their pit stops, so a little late, but necessary. Perry working his way down there. Oh, Perry just went off into the grass a little. Oh boy. These guys are not really moving too well in the pits, but you wonder, oh my goodness, Perry must have had a really blazing pit stop because he's going to fly by these guys. Maybe. Looks like it. No, actually, no, Nova got out first ahead of Perry. Wow, Richard Johnson with a good pit stop. Gutow managed to get a position off of that. Cody Llamas is now working his way. How about Llamas trying to get himself some points? Nico Hall. Someone, what happened to the fella? Oh, Dylan Young is off! Again! Something happened to Dylan Young. Let's take a quick look. Wow, he's coming back out tracking. Wow, he clips Galligan there. And spins. Well. Alright then. I'm sure Dylan Young did not want that to happen. Henry Nova, though, still ahead of Justin Perry. But Perry looks like he's trying to gain some ground on that number 3. Well, they both slide off into the sand there. Perry got off quicker than he did, though. And here comes Perry trying to get right back onto Henry Nova. And the situations have been switched. But then again, it's pretty hard to pass. Look at that. Perry goes way wide. Doesn't hit the wall, but he loses a lot of ground on that number 3. He still has some time left, though. Just needs to try harder. Nova's trying to hang on. Perry. Llamas has moved himself up to 3rd. He is passing cars like crazy at the moment. Check out Nico Hall. Hall is trying to get past Kevin White and score some points. Gutow is trying to get more points. Nova is pulling away from Perry, though, it looks like. Oh boy. Perry is trying to make up the ground, but that may have been the last chance. Llamas looks like he's going to get a pretty decent points day if all goes well for him. Gutow is trying to pass Richard Johnson for 4th. Nico Hall passed Kevin White and moves himself up into 6th place. Those pit stops really made the difference. And now Nico Hall is in position to get his first points of the season. More drivers, though, working their way up, trying to get to Nico Hall. Dustin Griffiths is one of them. Moved himself up. He's now up to 8th. Ogo just messed up and fell back to 9th. Griffiths needs to get past Kevin White and Nico Hall to get some points, which would probably benefit him. 1 point's better than no points. Perry is trying to drive a faster line than Nova does, but I don't think it's working. There's also the question whether these guys are going to have to pit again or not. If they pit again, remember Perry was the first one to pit. So if it comes to the last lap, Henry Nova is probably going to win this race. He's probably all set. I'm not sure if Nova's going to even have to pit again. Dylan Young, still in last. And Nicholasing, he's not even near McCrury at all. There's Nico Hall, Kevin White, Dustin Griffiths. Nico Hall is 6 seconds behind the leader of Henry Nova. Perry's fighting hard though. Is not going to let that 3 slide by him. Perry though trying to get some momentum on his side. He's taking a huge risk. I mean, unleashing all the power you have in that car is pretty risky. Perry is very slowly gaining ground on that number 3. Oh, here we go. Kevin White now back up to Nico Hall for points, for the final point spot. White's trying to get past Nico. Griffith has to get by both White and Hall for points. Oh boy, Nova made a huge mistake there. That's going to allow Justin Perry to pass by. Wow, that was a big mistake by Henry Nova. And that is going to cost him big. Loses the lead. It's Nova and Perry. And Noah now has to try and pass Perry. Back and forth they go. These guys are going to get points either way though, so they're just trying to hang around and battle each other cleanly and get some points out of this. Perry needs these points. Nova is going to need these points. More guys battling back there. Nico Hall about to be challenged by Kevin White again. Oh, this is where passing gets really detrimental, because the sand trap that people like to get stuck in a little. Oh boy, Perry slightly slid there, but Nova keeps it straight. And he's backed off a little bit, hoping that he can get to Perry again. Both these guys are really running down their tires. Meanwhile, Cody Llamas is catching the leaders at the moment. He was 0.1 faster that lap. So now he's working it. It'd be pretty impressive if he can get by these guys, but it's going to be very tough. Nico Hall trying to defend from Kevin White for a point. Surprised we have no lap down yet. Oh boy, Perry's taking it really in these turns. Same for Nova. Nova is losing ground, but he's trying to fight back as hard as he possibly can. And there's also the question of whether or not Perry's going to have to pit or not. Look at Nova, the huge run on the inside. Oh, Nova took that turn way faster than Perry did. Coming to the stripe. 3 laps to go. Can Nova pass Perry? Does Perry have enough fuel? Is he going to have to make a pit stop? Will Nova have to make a pit stop? Oh boy. This is going to be interesting. Because Perry pitted, what, on lap 11, 12? Will he have to pit again? I don't even think I'm not sure if Nova's going to be able to do it, though. Llamas is charging, but he's not going to have enough time, I suppose, unless the leaders are going to have to be forced to pit. Oh boy. It's going to get interesting. Oh, Nova slid. Oh god, but he kept it together, but he lost ground though. Here we go. Perry though, still fine. Here comes Nova though. Nova's good on the inside lane. He's good in that turn. He catches up to him there, but he just can't pull it off in the other places. Two laps to go. Does Perry have enough? Does Nova have anything left for Perry? Cody Llamas lurking. Oh boy, this is getting good. Nico Hall and Kevin White are battling. Dustin Griffith's trying to get by both of them. Well, Hall standing his ground, knows that if he runs his line, there's no way Kevin White's going to be able to pass him unless he makes a mistake. Here we go, though. Oh boy, does Perry hold on just a little while longer? Here we go, we're going to find out if he's going to have to pit or not. Is he going to have to pit? No, he's not pitting. We're staying out. Here comes Nova, right back on the inside. Does not get a good run. Oh boy. Final lap. Nova's going to have to put in a turbocharger if he wants any chance at Justin Perry. And he's giving it everything. Look at Nova though. Nova all over the back of Perry. Nova with a sudden surge of energy. Throwing everything he has. Dive bombing corners. Oh, he was right there and he lost it again. Nova just can't stay consistently with Perry. Cody Llamas though, he's working his way. This is for 10 points. Here we go. Coming to these turns. This turn is what? Is a really big decision maker. Oh boy, Perry slides off. Perry slid off. Here comes Nova though. Nova on the back side of Perry. Can he has anything left for him? Does Perry have to pit? No, he doesn't have to pit. Coming into the final turn. Can Nova do anything? No, he doesn't. Here comes Cody Llamas though for second. What's that going to be enough? Coming out of the final turn. Justin Perry will win round 2 in the NRSL American Touring Car Championship. Kevin Nova second. Cody Llamas with a third. Richard Johnson fourth. Gutow fifth. Nico Hall will grab 6th in the final spot. Griffith's got a good 8th place run, but it was not enough to get points. That was a very intense battle. First place there. Griffiths with a very good debut, but it does not earn him any points, so... But it's progress, so... Justin Perry going to get some points. Same for Nova, Llamas, Richard, Gutow, and Nico. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching round number 2 of the ATCC. Here are your results, and we will see you guys next time. See you guys later.